What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. My name is mostlydarius. If you're new here, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for clicking this video and supporting me. I have to say, there has been a lot going on this week. Just in pop culture in general, it's just like, wow, like this is honestly probably, I don't want to say it's the busiest week we've had this year in pop culture because there's been a lot going on, but this is probably one of the busier weeks. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Um, I have a couple things to talk about. As you can tell by the title, we got Kehlani, we got Destin Conrad versus Khalid. This whole conversation going on Twitter about that right now. And then we got Nicki Minaj announced a new album. Um, what do I want to talk about first is the question. I don't never know what I want to talk about first. But before I even get into anything, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and TikTok at mostlydarius and follow the discussion on Instagram. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, I guess the first thing I could talk about because it's pretty. I think this is gonna be the shortest thing I have to talk about. Nicki Minaj is releasing a new album allegedly because the thing is, okay, we don't even know if the date she tweeted is a new album. Like this could be just we don't know. And that's the thing about Nicki, you never really know. So you just gotta wait. You could look for all the clues. Now I do remember her saying that she had an album that was already, on the way to be finished or finished. And she said that she wasn't gonna take a long time in between albums, how she did last time after she was doing her tour and stuff. So I would hope that this is the sixth thing. I would hope that this is the sixth album, but you just never know with her. This could be a DVD of the documentary. I really would hope for the documentary, honest. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we don't know what this date was, but according to Billboard.com, they put up an article, is Nicki Minaj teasing the new release date of an album. They said 3/27/26, she wrote alongside a CD emoji. Social media exploded as the clock struck midnight and theories began to surface surrounding a March 27th arrival of Minaj's sixth studio album. The cryptic tweet has over 100,000 likes on Twitter, and there have been rumblings of another album on the way for Minaj, and she herself hinted that she was cooking up a project set for either late 25 or early 26. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Um, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm ready. The reason that I'm ready is because just to know Nicki's eras and what they have stood for, like I'm a really big Nicki fan, so I've paid attention and what I know is that every era stands for something. I feel like this is circling back to everything that was happening in the beginning of like 2018. I feel like all her albums represent like, okay, Pink Friday, that's the debut album. That's for like Nicki Minaj and female rap. Then you got the second album, Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded. I personally feel like that album was for Nicki, the theater kid that lives in Nicki, the gays, and I guess you could say some parts of the industry as well. And then I feel like the Pink Print was when she got bullied out of being that theater kid that she really is at heart. So I think that album was for Onika and the fans. It was not more so. It wasn't about Nicki Minaj and everything else. It was more so for Onika. But then when I feel like Queen came around, that was a mixture of this album is for Nicki Minaj, Onika, the fans, and, everything that's going on. The fifth album I feel like was, how do I say it? Do I want to say it was a homecoming? I guess we could use that word. I guess we could use that word homecoming because at the end of the day, Nicki was supposed to go on tour in 2018 with Future. Okay, very pissed that that didn't happen. She was supposed to go on tour with Future in 2018. That never happened. So I feel like this Pink Friday 2 ever was really for the fans for real. Like, honestly, I went to Gag City a couple times. And the reason that I went so many times is because of the simple fact that, like, bro, you're an adult now. You got, you could do a little more. I was a kid when Pink Friday came out, so I wanted to go there and I wanted to, do my thing. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to go see her, and I got to meet her. I just had a good experience overall. So I'm ready for a new Nicki Minaj album, and I've been has said that. I want to hear what she has to talk about. I really want to hear what she has to talk about. I think that there's so much to talk about. And honestly, I thought this year she was going to take a break from social media. I thought she was going to collaborate with more international artists and she was going to kind of like leave America alone for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. I really don't know why I thought that. But she ended up collaborating with, Lil Wayne or Cardi 6. I'm glad she got to rap on this album because she wasn't able to rap on the last one and she was pissed. So I'm glad she got to do a little rapping. But I don't know. I feel like Nicki let all the girls do their thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really what it comes down to. Is like I said, that Queen era in 2018, that album, what that represented, it was just like everything that's happening now. It's just like it's just funny. It's just funny. But nonetheless, Definitely ready to hear what Nicki Minaj has to cook up for us in the studio. You know, I'm always ready to hear. I know she gonna be spitting on there. I'm always interested to see who she gonna have featured on the album. Will there be any features? Is this gonna be the self-titled album like Nicki Minaj or Onika that everybody wants, or is it gonna be called Think Pink? Because you know, when I retire, tell them Think Pink, but is she retiring? I don't know. But my only gripe with Nicki is that how are you the female Weezy and you don't drop mixtapes how Weezy do? Like, I love when Nicki's having fun on beats and playing around on beats and stuff like that. That's my type of vibe. But like I said, I'm ready for whatever she got to give us. So strategic to put that album out not even a week before Cardi's, not even a week before Cardi's album week is done. Very interesting. But nonetheless, I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm seated. So yeah. We could just move on to the next story, which is Kehlani. So basically, if for those who haven't heard, there's this new AI artist that is on the charts and she's fucking the charts up, okay? And if you know anything about R&B right now, Kehlani is definitely eating. Like, oh my god. Honestly, my journey with Kehlani is a very interesting one because I wasn't a Kehlani fan at first. I never really liked the music she was making, like the I go, crazy. I never liked that stuff. I never liked it. It felt like too flipagram, too Snapchatty, like I don't know how to explain it, but I said this in one of my other videos. Like when I hear a song too many times outside of me actually being able to manually go listen to it myself, sometimes, not all the time, but most times, I get very like I feel like everybody else has consumed it so much that I don't even want to consume it because it's just like I already hear everything already. Like I hear the chorus everywhere. I hear like I don't even want to get into the verses. So with that being said, Kehlani finally grew on me. I want to say in like 2018, 2017. Whenever While We Wait came out is when I really started liking Kehlani a lot. And bro, I think and when I heard her feature on Calvin Harris album with Lil Yachty, oh my god, vocals was popping. But that was really when I became a fan of Kehlani's music. And ever since then, I've been locked in with her because after While We Wait, she dropped one of her best albums. And I haven't heard all her albums, but I just know that it was good until it wasn't. It's her best album. Like, you just can't tell me anything else. I've heard everything else after that. I really love the consistency she's been giving us over the years. She really does deserve to have this moment with Folded. I'm not even going to hold y'all. But she is pissed off right now because let me play the video of what she said, then I'll read the article.
There is an AI R&B artist who just signed a multi-million-dollar deal and has a top 5 R&B album, and the person is doing none of the work. I think you guys think that AI can just be the cover for something, which some people can use. They can make an AI cover. AI can also make the entire fucking song. It can sing the entire song. It can make the entire beat. You can have a song that's one type of song and say, AI, make this into a country song. And it'll literally rewrite, re-sing in a country voice and redo the entire thing. And they don't have to credit anyone. This is so beyond out of our control. And nothing and no one on earth will ever be able to justify AI to me, especially not fucking AI in the creative arts, in which people have worked hard for, trained for, slept on the floor for, fucking got injuries for, worked for their entire lives. I'm sorry. I don't respect it. Fuck.
Oh goodness, y'all. So one of my fucking mics died. So I was recording and it just stopped. This is according to Billboard.com. A few days ago, Billboard broke the news that an AI-generated artist had signed a multi-million-dollar record deal after meeting with multiple labels. Now the rest of the music industry is reacting to that unprecedented development, including Kehlani. In a recent TikTok, Kehlani shared their thoughts on Harwood Media signing the musician whose persona is operated behind the scenes by writer Talisha Nicki Jones. Despite copyright concerns previously voiced by other major labels, spoiler alert, Kehlani isn't a fan. The person is doing none of the work. So we just basically see what she had to say about that. Okay, so what I read in the article basically is that Kehlani isn't fucking with this. The record labels aren't messing with this either. And there's also a lawsuit going on with all the record labels against the company that the lady used to make these AI things. So now this is all alleged. But hear me out. I feel like when it comes to this topic, I want to say, first of all, I agree with Kehlani. I definitely am tired of the AI shit. Like, it's annoying, but I think that a lot of us are not looking at what AI really is in its whole, in its entirety. I think that we have to understand that AI has been around for a very long time. Like if you have an iPhone, if you have an iPhone for years, like whenever they introduce Siri, that's AI. Like AI is artificial intelligence. So I want a lot of people that are online going off about AI to really, educate yourself on what it's doing. I understand now it definitely is doing some environmental harm around the world. Don't get me wrong about that. But I mean, a lot of y'all will be like, oh, y'all don't research nothing. Y'all don't Google. Y'all don't Google. And when I go on Google, I type a question. The first thing that comes up is what? An AI overview. So I want some people to understand that everybody that's using AI is not fucking dumb and oh da 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 da. It's like calm down. Like they're making it so we have no choice but to use these things. And on top of that, like I said, AI has been out. Now, do I agree with AI for the harmful things that it's been doing to people and all of the weird stuff? People are doing very weird things with AI these days. Okay, and trying to create music with AI is one of them. I understand. I was reading in an article. It was saying that the people that signed her were saying that the lady is a poet who is making this music. She just doesn't know how to sing, so she's like, why don't I just create the AI and make the AI sing what I'm writing? So when it comes to crediting, it is a little weird and it gets a little fishy because who is being credited for this? Like, where are they gathering these voices and these instruments from? Like, I don't know. But I also know that like it is detrimental to the art form. Like Kehlani said, like people are going to sleep and freaking cars for this. People are homeless. People are training and going to sleep. People breathe, eat, sleep, and die music. So I don't think it's that fair that some people get shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? But also, I think that real talent is always going to prevail. I think that in a world where they are trying to make things so hard for us to notice that this may be real or this may be fake, I think that a lot of things are easy to discern. You know what I'm saying? I think that we just have to really do that. And we have to speak louder about it, how Kehlani's doing, and we need to just put our foot down about it more. We have to stop supporting it. But you know what? Just like there's a like button, there's always a dislike button, and there's always going to be an opposing side. The sad part about it is something like AI is a thing where you can't get no happy medium. There's usually, people always say everything is in black and white. This is given everything is black and white because it's either people like it or they don't. I mean, there is a happy medium because I guess you could call me one of the people that's in a happy medium because I don't like AI, but I do like AI because they put it in everything, y'all. They put AI in everything, so it's not right to use AI. And I definitely wish they did not put it out for us, but they have. They just have. But you know what I mean? I can definitely feel Kehlani's frustration, especially if you've been paying attention to the charts. Like Kehlani's on fire right now. Like, honey, songs with Mariah Carey, songs with Brandy. She's working with legends right now. Folded is doing numbers on the charts. And I think that's another issue is that Folded is competing with things like this. So there's a lot of weird shit going on, y'all. Like how that movie just beat Destiny Child's record, which I don't know how I feel about that because I also feel like, you know what, if the kids are listening to it, then cool, because at the end of the day, I feel like kids really ran the charts back in the day. Because and that's like I feel like kids still do run the charts. Shit, Baby Shark and all that ain't going platinum for no reason. But I just remember when I was a kid, the way I would refresh a song that I really liked on YouTube, like it was real. So if that's why that animation movie thing is going viral and all that, then whatever. The kids like it, so it's understandable. But shout out to Kehlani. Definitely fuck with Kehlani. Very much looking forward to this next album she's about to put out. So we can get into the next story, which is actually about somebody who has co-written some songs for Kehlani, and that's Destin Conrad. And he has been in some controversy with Khalid. And this controversy isn't like the end all be all. It isn't like a major thing, but it's just something that happened on Twitter that's a conversation. So I wanted to come and let you know what's going on. So if y'all don't know who Khalid is another singer, and Destin Conrad is also a singer. Destin Conrad kind of has come up on Vine. If y'all don't know who that is from that, then y'all may know some songs that are out by him right now. And there's some songs that y'all may know by Khalid as well, like Talk or Location. He got a few hits on his hand, right? So Khalid is releasing a new single called Out of Body this Friday, and someone decided to quote it and say, maybe it's just me, but I don't really like how the artists of the LGBT community make their entire aesthetics around their sexuality once they get exposed or forced out of the closet. To me, it's like you're turning the lifestyle into a cash grab. Mind you, narratives pushed are never positive and are mostly rooted in hypersexuality. Also, going from mask for mask to full on queen just feels so forced and corny. Just pack it up for me. Okay, one thing, when he said mask, for those of y'all who don't know that aren't in the gay community, mask for mask means not mask for mask, how he spelled it. Mask is short for masculine, and so that means masculine on masculine men want each other, basically. Because wait, he might be cooking because masculine, mask on mask men do tend to wear a mask. He might be trying to make a little joke with that, but doubt it. And then I also want to touch on when he was like, it's like you're turning the lifestyle into a cash grab. Now, when you say the lifestyle, do you mean the gay lifestyle? Because what about that is the lifestyle? Because he's on a boy in the video and he's being feminine and feeling himself, like that's his lifestyle. That's the lifestyle of being gay, the hypersexuality part that has some validity in it, because at the end of the day, I definitely think that there is a lot of hypersexuality in the gay community, but I think that's a lot of communities. I don't think it's only exclusive to the gay community. But he definitely made a point when he was saying that, a lot of the narratives around gay people in the media are never pushed positively and they are hypersexual. So I can definitely agree with that. I just don't agree with the whole, after he said this, I'm pretty sure he got ate up about his points and then go and said stream Destin Conrad. And it really kind of confuses me because, okay, first of all, it wasn't taken lightly, because after you just down Khalid, who obviously is not light skinned, like Khalid is a brown skinned, dark skinned boy. He's very much on the thicker side of things. He's not thin and light skinned and petite. And, that's not Khalid. Khalid always has been, what I'm saying, like beefy. You know what I mean? Like, and, when he said that anyway, streamed Destin Conrad, it was kind of like, did you just try to like slap Khalid in the face? And what are you saying? Because Destin Conrad, if I'm not mistaken, has used his sexuality in his music as well. So if we're streaming Destin Conrad, we know that. So what do you mean anyway, stream Destin Conrad? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's irrelevant. So Destin Conrad came out and he basically said, please, please, please don't compare me and my musical journey to any other beautiful black gay men and pin queer black men against each other, especially as I benefit from colorism. Boats. It's tacky. So Khalid quoted Destin's tweet and said, Destin, I love you. They don't even know we're like this. Destin was like, I love you, superstar, to Khalid. And then he also went on to say, y'all love to police queerness. And what's crazy is it be the gay people who hurt y'all. Actually, I know who hurt y'all, but why perpetuate it? Hurt people hurt people. He was like, more black gays in the music industry. Yes, more black gay boys in the music industry. Yes, 100%. But yeah, I just feel like Khalid never was marketed as like, okay, the thing with Khalid is like, as somebody who actually listens to him, I have always, his career is not the same as it was when he released American Teen. Like, if you look at the trajectory of the things that he was releasing, like, it never really flowed. And I'm not saying that it has to, because an artist, you never have to, your discography doesn't have to flow. It's all about where you are in life. But there definitely has been a contrast, kind of, from what he was releasing to what he started to release. And I do want to say, like, if y'all haven't listened to Scenic Drive, like, that is Khalid's best work to date. To me, that's my favorite project by Khalid. But what I'm saying to say is, I noticed things started to change, and even Khalid even read us, well, not read me or us, but he was basically saying like, I've been made music that was clear, y'all wasn't paying attention, which that's true. So he never was marketed as like the hard, tough guy, like, you know what I'm saying? Another thing the guy was saying was like, Khalid was forced out of the closet. So a lot of you that may not know that don't keep up with like, the gay community and stuff, Khalid was kind of outed or forced out of the closet, I guess you could say, by this guy named Hugo, who I also think said something shady, which I can try to include that here if I find it, I think he said something shady about the release coming out soon. But I feel like that really is what the shift was. And I'm never gonna want to be like, oh, we all knew he was such and such. Like, I'm never gonna want to be like that. But after that happened, everything kind of shifted, and I think that now he's able to make the actual music that he wants to make, and I think that we should let him do that. I don't think that, especially if you're in the community, like, you're also gay, like, I don't think that, you should be judging him. Now, I did go and look on the boy's Twitter. He was clearing up some of the stuff he was saying, and he was saying he actually likes to stream Khalid and all that stuff like that, so it can be, so a lot of things you come online and say can be misconstrued. So I definitely think that it is very important to explain yourself sometimes, especially when you don't mean or intend to harm, because that came out very harmful. It just did. It came out very nasty and mean, especially knowing that Khalid has been forced out of the closet. It should be like, you should probably be trying to, like, give him a little bit of grace, because it's not easy being gay. It's not easy being gay, especially not being outed when you're not ready, because it comes with so much judgment. But I mean, I guess that's the game that comes with putting yourself out there for other people to consume you and to have opinions. And you know, like the guy said, he streams Khalid's music anyway, so you know, whatever the case is. But I don't like how he tried to make hypersexuality exclusive to the gay community, or that's what it seemed like he was trying to do. I'm not gonna say he was, but because that's just not the truth. Like, every community has it, and straight people sell sex the most. As heterosexual people sell sex the most. So we're gonna have to pack that up. But yeah, y'all, we are conditioned to think a lot of things. Nobody comes out of the womb thinking the things that they think. A lot of opinions are formed as you get older, but I think a lot of the things that we think about certain communities and groups of people are just conditioned thoughts. And I think that, you know, the world would be better if everybody could just get out their fucking head and just relax. You know what I'm saying? I think that we all need to take a chill pill, sit the fuck down, listen to the music, relax, and enjoy it. But you know, I think that's all I have for today. Let me know how y'all feel about Kehlani with the new AI artist. I agree with a lot of stuff Kehlani was saying. I just also wanted to understand that AI has been here for years, and that unfortunately it's becoming a new normal. We're not fighting hard enough for it to not be the new normal. So there's that. And also let me know how y'all feel about that new Nicki album that should be coming, if that's what the date was for, because we don't know what that tweet was about. And let me know if y'all listen to Destin or Khalid. And you know, I think they need to do a joint tour. Oh my god, yes, that's what I meant to say. I don't know if I said it because my microphone cut out, but Destin and Khalid need to do a joint tour. They need to do a joint tour. Yes, 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 yes. I'm actually kind of excited to hear what Khalid album is gonna sound like, because I didn't like his last one. So I'm actually looking forward to this next project. I hope it's more authentic, and I definitely think that they should go on tour together. That would be perfect way to spend that moment on these hating ads, you know. But make sure y'all like this video, comment on it, let me know what y'all thought about it. Make sure you share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel, turn the notification bell on so you can know when I upload a video again. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok at mostlydarius, and follow the discussion. I've been trying to get on TikTok more, not really the TikTok person. You can more so find me on Instagram, or maybe Twitter too. Kind of think about getting off Twitter. Twitter's been a little bit annoying, but that's kind of how I got this story today, so I don't know. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you for watching.